If you're a man who wants a happy and long-lasting relationship with the woman in your life, this video is for you. Because before I got married, I thought being a good husband meant loving her, being loyal, providing, and staying faithful. And of course, those things matter. But there are deeper truths about marriage that nobody really sits you down and explains. Truths that can quietly strengthen your relationship or slowly weaken it. And in this video, I'm going to share what I wish I knew before I got married, the 3 things that changed how I show up as a husband. And if you stick until the end, I'll show you the exact shift in mindset that transformed not just my marriage, but me as a man, so you don't learn these lessons the hard way years into your relationship. Let's get into it. First, I want to talk about chores are emotional leadership. The first thing I wish I knew is that doing chores is not about doing chores. It's about emotional climate. The laundry, the dishes, just general cleaning up. Most men think, I work, I provide, that's enough. But what I've seen and experienced is this. There's a direct connection between a husband's willingness to help around the house and his wife's day-to-day mood. It's a positive correlation. So when she feels supported, she feels lighter. And when she feels alone in the load, she feels resentful. Why does this problem exist? Because many of us didn't grow up seeing men actively help. Or we saw homes where dad worked and mom handled everything else. So helping feels optional, extra. I was very lucky. Shout out to my dad. For as long as I can remember, he washed dishes. He helped around the house consistently. And when I compare my parents' marriage to many others in their generation, theirs feels stronger, more connected, happier. Is that the only reason? Probably not. But when I look at extended family and friends where the wife constantly complains about the husband, there seems to be a theme. The husband doesn't help. Different couples, same friction. And for other men, some men say, she nags. She's always irritated. She's distant. Different complaints, same root. She feels alone. And leadership starts at home. But helping around the house is just the surface. Here's the second thing I wish I knew. Really quick, if you're getting value, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more men who need this message. So next I want to talk about, she often sees long-term before you do. Now, of course, this assumes you're with the right woman who is emotionally mature, actually cares about you, and thinks about you in her future decisions. She will often see long-term solutions before you do, and you'll feel it as resistance. For us, it showed up when we were buying our house. I was resistant, super resistant. But if I'm honest, it really wasn't about the house. It was my doubt. I didn't see myself as the kind of man who owned a house. I had this identity in my head of what a put-together man looked like. And I didn't feel like him yet. But she saw it before I did. We pushed through. We bought the house. And I ended up proposing to her the day we got the keys. And now it's the home our daughter is growing up in. It really marked a new chapter for us. And she saw it first. Why does this resistance happen? Because as men, we often think leadership means, I decide. But real leadership includes some humility. Sometimes she sees what you can't see yet. For other men, this shows up in career changes, financial planning, moving cities, big life transitions, different situations, same root. Ego resists what growth requires. But even that, even helping around the house, even trusting her long-term vision, those are not quite the most important things. The third thing is way deeper. Now let's talk about what you came for, the most important thing I wish I knew before I got married. Here it is. Never stop working on yourself, especially after marriage. As important as being loving, as important as being a provider, as important as being supportive. If you stop growing, the relationship stops growing. Why does this happen? Because marriage can make a man very comfortable. You think that you won, you got the girl, and you relax a little too much. But stagnation kills attraction, and it slowly kills respect. I know this firsthand. Not too long ago, I was 214 pounds. I was drinking wine every day, emotionally disconnected from my wife. And that could have spiraled into a lonely marriage, or God forbid, divorce. Not because she was wrong, but it's because I was asleep. And thank God I woke up. I rebuilt my health. I got sober 100%, and I recommitted to growth. And when I changed, everything changed. My energy improved, my confidence improved, and our connection improved. Different benefits, same root. When you become a man you can even respect, and then you bring that man into the marriage. And when that happens, with the right woman, the ceiling disappears. Shared meaning grows. Love deepens. Life satisfaction multiplies. Working on your body, your sobriety, and your emotional intelligence. These are not separate from marriage. This is marriage insurance. So the core message that ties all this together is this. If I could tell my younger self one thing before marriage, it would be, don't just focus on being a good husband. Focus on becoming a better man. Because the happiest, longest lasting marriages aren't built on love alone. They're built on two people growing. And in my opinion, the man sets the tone. That about wraps up this video. Wanted to thank you so much for watching. If this video hit you, if you love your wife but know you haven't been showing up at your best, if you've gotten comfortable or disconnected or stagnant, then the 5-day Malusog reset might be for you. This isn't just about becoming a better husband. If your body is slipping, then we rebuild your discipline on day 2. If alcohol has been creating distance, even subtly, then day 3 challenges you to be sober on purpose. If communication feels tense or you avoid hard conversations, then we strengthen your leadership on day 4 and 5. It's not just one area, it's the 3 pillars we talk about at Malusog: body, sobriety, and emotional leadership together. Because a strong marriage isn't built on words, it's built on the man you bring into it. And if you can show up intentionally for 5 days, you prove you can lead yourself first. And when you can lead yourself well, everything else improves. The link for the reset is in the description if you're ready. Tagalog sign off: Hindi lang mabuting asawa, mabuting lalaki muna. Which means, not just a good husband, be a good man first. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.